Now let's talk about what is this actually going to cost you? What does this cost me every month? We have to understand what is the risk versus reward here. What's the ROI? So let's talk about this. So first of all, HubSpot cost me about $2,400 a month. Does that mean you need to go and get HubSpot? No. You could do this probably with a high level. You could do this with another CRM. So think about this. What if a CRM you're already using? You don't have to take on additional costs to do this if you build out this multi-context protocol the right way. Remember, a lot of times it's simply something like an API, which is data exchanging back and forth. You're controlling what data it has and what data it doesn't have. That's very important. Now let's talk about AirCall. Whether you use RingCentral, Lightspeed, AirCall, whatever, you should be able to do this with any of them. AirCall costs me about $100 a month because of some different things I've got built in. The way the integration comes directly into HubSpot, voicemails, transcriptions, all that. Now let's talk about Claude. You probably could do this with a $20 version per every month, but I personally use the $200 per month every month because I'm using Claude for so much stuff. It's my command center. Now let's talk about HeyGen. HeyGen you can do for about $40 a month, which is my AI avatar, and how I've got it building stuff. So we've got $200 with Claude. We've got about $40 with HeyGen, that's $240. AirCall, another $100, that's $340, and then whatever CRM you have. So think about this. You're already using your phone system. You're already using your CRM, so let's put those out the window. So what are you going to have to pay in addition maybe to do a process like this? Probably Claude and HeyGen if you want to use it. You don't have to use HeyGen, and also don't forget vidIQ. Now currently, I'm paying $100 a month for vidIQ, but that's because I'm on enterprise level because I manage 15 different YouTube channels. You could probably go and get vidIQ for about $20 a month. So $200 a month for Claude, about $20 a month for vidIQ, and HeyGen. So that's about $260 a month away from stuff you're already using. So just think about that. I said you don't have to go that. In this video part, though, I just wanted to make sure you understood the exact costs I'm spending when I'm doing things like this. Now, does that mean I'm taking $260 from another area? Probably. But what am I getting from this $260 versus what I might get for a VA? Okay, what can my VA go do instead now? For example, this morning I've got Claude actually going and building pricing pages for different major cities in different states, using our data out of our CRM to help bring those back. Pricing pages are a big factor for AI when it comes to building trust. So we're starting to feed in them more of that. We're starting to feed more of that into the customer journey. So that's exactly what you can expect on the pricing part as we kind of go through this training here on building this kind of command center with Claude. All right, now on this part, I want to show you what these connectors are. Think of a connector, it's almost like a two-way street. If you've been in insurance space or other space and you've heard the words API, it's data passing from one source to another. That's what some of these connectors, or which you'll hear me call sometimes multi-context protocols, where we're passing data back and forth. So the first part is, let's find simple connectors. So here you could go into Claude and search for like your HubSpot connector. It'll tell you the status, the type, and all this stuff. Here, if you wanted to add one, you would go to add a custom connector, and then you would name your connector like I did for vidIQ, and then you are going to put in the remote MCP server. And so what I will do real quick is I'm just going to show you if it'll pull up. All right, let's do this. Make things clean and easy for you. Let's go find this. Now I've already got mine connected. It's the reason why I'm doing this, so I can show you how to do this. So let's see if it pulls it up this way. It may not. So you can see I'm already logged in there. And I will also include this right here for you as well, this video, in the description of the video to help as well when connecting these. Here we go. And you can do the same thing in your ChatGPT here. But basically what it's going to do is it's going to give you the URL. Hang on, here we go. Access link. Let's do it. Here we go. So right here, we could go to the app. We could go do some other things as well. Now let's go look at pricing because I'm also going to include a link in that you can sign up with this. Now, look, on here, typically what I've had has been the max plan when I was managing a bunch of different channels. I'm not managing as many now. So honestly, I think right now I've got the free version. I'll have all those links in this video though. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to take the URL, if we can ever find it. I guess because when I signed up for the first time, it made it really easy. So right here should have the link should have, let's see.
This is Claude AI, and we've just directly connected it to the YouTube.
Let's just watch this real quick.
Your channel. With vidIQ's new plugin, AI models like Claude can audit your channel, search YouTube, spot outliers, and reverse engineer viral videos. That is the type of research that took hours, but now can be done by any creator of any skill level in a matter of seconds. So let's take a look at what this can do for you. I'm here with Eric, one of the vidIQ coaches. I think everybody's really keen to see how this works. There is, though, just a tiny bit of setup here is that we have to get vidIQ and Claude to communicate with each other. So how do we do that?
All right, so in order to connect it, there's two ways you can do it. There is the link in the description, or you can go to vidiq.com/Claude. That's going to bring you to this landing page here, and then you're going to scroll down here, and you're going to copy the server URL. So once you do that, all you have to do is go over to your Claude, and you will go to your settings, and then go to connectors. And you're going to go to add custom connectors. And then let's just type vidIQ. And then you're going to paste. And then you're going to go to add.
All right, Eric, let's try something that's probably very familiar to a lot of people when talking to AI, and that is asking for a channel audit. But what I'm interested in is how the Claude and vidIQ MCP bring something new and fresh to this type of conversation.
All right, so first we're going to paste this prompt inside of ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is
all right, so we got that done now. Now let me show you in my Claude what something like this would look like. Once we've got that connected, how would you use it? Now you remember when I told you a minute ago I had the connector for HubSpot pulled in. So I've got HubSpot, I have got my air call recordings. I showed you the video on this. We've got vidIQ. All these are kind of working together. Think about these as my content team. You know, these are all we're using SEO skills, AO skills, all these things. So here's what I want you to do. This is going to be for our flood channel. Actually, I'm going to do this even better. I'm going to use another tool here called Whisper Flow. I want you to use my vidIQ MCP to analyze what flood insurance videos I should be producing next. Remember, the goal of these videos is education, but at the end of the day, it is lead generation. I want you to show me what's working on our channel. Show me what's working in competitors' channels, and show me where my best opportunity is. And then in a minute, when you see this, when you've got this connected the right way, it's going to start loading the vidIQ stuff inside YouTube. Once you've got your YouTube channel connected to vidIQ the right way. And look, if you're in my private community too, I will have a standard operating procedure, step-by-step, from beginning to end. If you're not in there, in the description of the video, you can join that community, just $27 a month, where I break down these things, whether you're an insurance agency, a regular small business owner, how you can use these, not to replace you people, but to support your people, to build trust with your audience, and really streamline what it is we're doing every day. Now you can see where it's already analyzing these videos. Now look, I always allow here for Claude connecting to my MCP. You could hit where you only want it to allow it once. But you see, it's starting to analyze, it's looking at seeing what's working, what's not. It's also important to understand what's worked today, what worked 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I've been doing YouTube now a decade. It's where a lot of actually the majority of our business comes from. It's how we built our brand and everything was through YouTube. Now it's starting to look at some other things in the flood vertical, whether it's insurance, whether whatever it is. Like you could see some of these videos right here don't relate at all. Now you can kind of start to see some of these numbers. Let's scroll back and look at some of these numbers. You can start to see overall score, search volume for flood insurance cost, and all these things. And it's starting to show elevation certificates, how people are searching and all these different things. Now it's going to kind of start to put together a plan, or at least the analysis for us. And it should just take a few minutes because it's doing the keyword detail reveals. And look, the next thing I do once I do this, I have it connected a lot of my HubSpot data, my air call recordings. I'm having it take real world examples. So then I may have it connect to my HeyGen MCP. And I'll have a different part of the video that walks you through how to connect your HeyGen. And I'm actually having it go in and create a video for me with my AI avatar that looks maybe like this right here. Or it may be me sitting in a studio, it may be me sitting in front of water, whatever it is. Once I have this, because then it's using my data. It's using data that nobody else can replicate because it's pulling it from my CRM. It's pulling real world examples, call recordings we've had, emails, different things I've given it access to. Now, here's important thing. I don't give it access to contact records, which may have private information. Instead, I'm just giving it information on new business deals. If it was renewals, I might be able to have it analyze all of our renewal deals over the last 5 years to see how things are going up, how they're going down, how long it typically takes to get payments from mortgage companies, whatever it is. So whether you're an HVAC, you're an insurance, you're a termite, pest control, this is how you can kind of use this workflow in your business the right way. And now it's helping me build the strategy. Look, am I going to take the strategy and just automatically implement it? No, I'm going to push back on it a lot. In fact, me and Claude will go back and forth sometimes 30, 45 minutes as we're building this plan together. And it may even tell me, hey, Chris, you need to go build a page for your website for this because you're missing an opportunity here. Or you're not linking to the right area. We've got a 301 redirect, whatever it is. And this is where I really like Claude serving as what I call my command center. Does Claude do a good job with images? No. I've got it tied into ChatGPT's MCP. I've got it even where I've built my own Google kind of AI API background where it's pulling that information in for me. But now you're looking at, how these titles can, they confirm the direction and everything. It will take a few minutes. But on the right-hand side, you can kind of see the recommendations and things. And what everything's going to look like here. Now on the right-hand side, you can kind of see what it's giving me, the big picture of my channel. The big picture, what's working on the channel. Look, this has always been our biggest lead driver, these types of videos right here, and these right here. And you can tell that from these two top videos we have here. Now let's go down and look. So recently I started doing some state-by-state cost breakdowns, and it's telling me those are underperformers. So that might be an area that either I work on a little bit or that I create an AI avatar for. Same thing with HELOC. HELOC is underperforming because all of my videos aren't out for it yet. I'm still finishing that playlist. And on the competitors' channels, well, here's what's working for this company called the Flood Nerds, for example. Their subscribers are way up. So are some of their views. Now, they're very heavy into the shorts world. And you can see some of these things. But when you look at some of these issues too, you can kind of see, all right, what's the intent here? Like we said, we can't just accept this, but we got to understand what is the intent here. And it's even telling me where the search demand actually is. Do I need flood insurance? Well, we specifically focus on people that are carrying a mortgage and required to carry flood insurance. Well, this company may be helping everybody instead. And so understand who our audience is here as you go through this. And this is probably would be some stuff I would have, what I call top of the funnel stuff right here. And this is kind of a good start. All right, I'm in the apps part of AirCall. And this is a very important part of my process working. Look, your process can be different. You could be using a different phone system. However, this part of my process really magnifies things for me. That is getting the transcription of my CRM the right way so that my AI agent can analyze those transcriptions to help me with my content, help me with my video production, help me answer real customers' questions, improving the sales process. So on here, what I'm going to is I'm going to go to HubSpot integration here. And this is if you're using AirCall, if you're using Ring Central, if you're using Lightspeed, whatever, it's going to be different. This one is particularly just for HubSpot and AirCall. So let's go to settings here. And this should not cost you anything additional than what you're paying every month to have this turned on. Now, if you're using some kind of particular AI agent, it could. But down at the bottom, we're going to scroll down. Let's just go all the way to the bottom here. Conversations. Here's what we need to look for. Right here, this needs to say enable AirCall transcription logging so that it logs in HubSpot properly. Now, some other things while I'm here that I'll show you that HubSpot can do is one of the really powerful things here is, hey, it automatically creates a contact. I'm actually going here and assign this to myself. I've got, all this stuff logged here. On here, all these different things like the deal name, deal stage, deal type. Company, I don't really use companies that much here, so it's not a big deal. Contact here, first name, last name, email. And then the ticket creation. For a missed call, it would automatically create a new ticket. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in here, not just on top of what I'm doing right now. And all this right here, I'm going to have go here, and I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit save here. Yeah, I'm just making sure. All right, so all that's good. So this is how you need to have things configured when it comes to air call for this portion of the video. Now we're talking about connecting the HeyGen MCP connector. Look, it's just like when we did the one with vidIQ. It's right here. We're going to go back into that custom connector again, and we're going to put the name and put the URL. The URL below right here is what you're going to put in there, and it should automatically go in and connect to your HeyGen account. You'll go in, you authenticate it, and it should allow you to connect. And once the authorization is required, you can go in and adjust the connector permissions. For example, always allow, always reload. You want to be careful there with credits and things like this. And I'm going to show you what one of these videos actually looks like in just a second. You could use the prompt there to generate the video. And I'll show you, go through and show you what I've done with mine. And look, right here, when you see these videos, when they've been generated, they should pull up in your notifications. So let's go over the HeyGen now, and I'm going to show you. One of my videos. All right, so now I'm in my HeyGen account. Let me go down to projects here on the left. And you'll see all my different videos. You're going to see some short form. You're going to see some long form. So right here, these were actually all created by AI. And look, right now I'm building a Flood Insurance Academy, and I'm building a lot of my videos now. It's my research, it's my blogs, it's all this stuff. But it's putting in the video form. Let's just watch this short one right here for you can see what one of these videos would look like. This is a short form now. Now it's important to know this. AI actually edited this entire video. So I did not do anything but give it the prompt. So this is kind of what one of those videos looks like. Now let's go back to the HeyGen, and I'll show you where these would show up. They're typically going to show up in your notifications. For the notifications, you'll see a avatar complete on all these things. We go to view my avatar. These are my different avatars. Now these I got to eliminate, but these are the ones I usually use for me. This was the original one I gave it, and this is the photo I gave it. And these are the different avatars that it produced of me. Now let me go back to my other ones. This was also another one that I gave it. There was a real video of me walking through a neighborhood that it's using. Now let's go back into Claude, and I'm going to show you how I did this step by step. I now want to show you from the very beginning what things look like. Where I had to start pulling that data, and you'll see the instructions I gave it here. Is I had it pull the vidIQ MCP connector. I had to pull my HubSpot data to kind of come up with these different videos. And as I started pulling things, like we said before, you see the different videos. It saw what's working, what's not working. And then it starts to pull in my new business and my renewal deals for HubSpot on how I've labeled things. You see, and now we're starting to take what I call the AI world and the human world, and we're bringing them together for what I call human AI. And I really think this is the power when we're using AI the right way. We have the human at the top. On the bottom, we've got automation and AI. Now you see right here on the side, this was kind of the first script that it gave me. I didn't, go off of that. I pushed back about some different things here on the left-hand side. You can see that I started to have these conversations with him. This is where I'm using whisper flow too, to speak to it, not to type to it. So we're going back and forth having this conversation, really dialing things in. And then you can see the different variants that it's telling me. And now you see when it did it again. And what I can do is basically copy this whole script, and I'll go down here. I'll keep going down where I kept pulling everything, and we kept dialing everything in. And I would give it the script, and I would have it go into HeyGen and automatically generate that script using a certain voice that I've chosen and a certain avatar. And then using about 10 minutes, I'm going to have a HeyGen video. Now, here's a good thing with this. I can take the same data now, and I can start to build a blog, or I can start to build a web page using this real data. Now, I've hit the text version. I've hit the audio version from the video. I've hit the video version. You see, so I've hit 3 different types of content platforms there. Then I can even pull some shorts out, which sometimes is a little bit more challenging if these videos are already edited. But I could tell HeyGen, hey, I want you to generate 10 60-second shorts that may be used for Instagram. It uses 16:9 ratios there. So this is exactly how I do my process from beginning to end. If I'm doing something using HeyGen, vidIQ, HubSpot data. And this is really how we're creating the very unique content at the Flood Insurance Guru. I hope you have found value in today's video. If you have, hit share, subscribe, like the channel below. If you're in our private community, I will also have standard operating procedures built out on how you can do this. If you want help in implementing something like this into your organization, reach out to me, Chris@buildinganiche.com. You can go to our website, buildinganiche.com, find me on socials, or find me in the community. I'm here to help you.